Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another video. Now, if you've been here around on the channel, you know I love to make automated media servers. But for the average person who wants to take advantage of automated media servers, there's a lot of finicky bits about it. And if you truly want the best server experience, you are going to have some cool things like Docker, as well as things like Gluetun, which ensure that your VPN is on 24/7. But for the average person, these kind of things can be hard to set up. And then when you do have it set up, there's no guarantee it will stay set up forever. You might have some issues that you don't have the technical experience to get around. Not only that, but with AI, it makes things a lot easier to troubleshoot. But at the same time, you can't figure out a way to get your AI into your system. Combined with everything, it just makes it a huge hassle. And at the end of the day, you might just end up watching Netflix like a complete normie. Now, in this video, I'm not encouraging you to download any pirated or copyright protected content. In fact, I only download copyright unprotected content like Night of the Living Dead and older movies that are archivable for public purposes. But outside of that, guys, what the hell am I talking about when it comes to this automatic agentic AI? Well, if you guys are unfamiliar with my product, it's called SparkBox. Now, SparkBox is basically the smartest dashboard on the planet when it comes to self-hosting, automated media servers, and stuff like that. You can find it at tomsparkbox.com. All you need to do is copy and paste this one code that's mostly compatible with any version of Linux, a VPS on Hostinger, also a link down in the description down below if you want to use that VPS. But if you want to use it, it's completely free. It doesn't require you to sign up for anything, and it's just one of the best dashboards on the planet. But it honestly goes beyond a dashboard. SparkBox can let you install any application extremely quickly, and a lot of them are even automated to set themselves up on their own, like the entire R stack. So that is something cool. I've also been developing my own apps and putting them in here for people who want to pay and back the project, kind of like donators. You also get some cool benefits like an enhanced dashboard and stuff like that. So if you guys want to check out SparkBox and want to become a backer, that's also an option that you can see here. As you can see here, I have the enhanced dashboard showing. Shows you cool movies. You get access to those applications. I even made a custom application called the Vault, which will like kind of store your passwords and you can easily access them, because some websites like Jellyfin and other services require little passwords, and this makes it easy to kind of collect them and not forget about them with cool features like auto import. So right now 44 people support SparkBox, which is pretty good for only starting a month ago. Well, I'm doing this full time. This is my job. I work as a developer on SparkBox full time, and it's pretty much what I spend every day doing, coding and stuff like that, as well as supporting the community over at Demox. Demox is basically my version of Reddit that I created because I hate Reddit. And it's basically a website where you can post your comments and support questions when it comes to SparkBox. It's really active. You see people asking questions here all the time. So join me on demox.world/d/SparkBox. I'll answer your question there. So guys, what was I talking about in terms of this agentic AI automated fixing? Well, here is my test SparkBox set up on Hostinger. This is what the dashboard looks like, the paid dashboard. As you can see, it's extremely snazzy. This one might even be slightly out of date. I've been pushing updates to kind of fix the interface a little bit, see how they kind of stick together like this. I do believe this update right here does fix that issue finally. But the reason I had that issue is because you can actually fully customize these widgets here and move them around, which is pretty cool. As you can see, you could grab it like this and you could kind of customize it. And as far as I know, I don't think there's that many other kind of dashboards that let you customize things like this. You can also change the background if you like different options. They're all pretty like sleek and purple, so you can also upload your own image too. So you can even add widgets as well. So I have stuff that supports Spyhole, which shows all your ads being blocked and so on. So let's go ahead and update the SparkBox, show you how easy it is, and show you that cool AI feature I was telling you about. So right now we're on SparkBox Core 1.6241, and we're just going to update it right now. And then SparkBox is going to auto update. So this is the kind of thing where it's cool about SparkBox when it comes to the dashboard. You know, a lot of things like host or why host, they're kind of like set there and then not updated that often. But SparkBox is updated like 2 to 3 times a day sometimes. It's more like actual operating system. That's kind of how I view it and kind of pursue it and update it. So as you can see, we're updating it right now, and then we'll have that update fresh to show you kind of the newest version, as well as that feature I'm dying to tell you about. So guys, now that SparkBox is updated, you can see the new version. Like I said, I kind of fixed that issue there. I don't know if you can see my mouse, but see how there's better separation now between the modules. So that's something that was annoyingly hard to fix. And as you can see here at the top, guys, it's fully protected by Surfshark WireGuard. Like I said, if you want to use Surfshark, it's my recommended VPN to use in this stack. Link down in the description down below. I kind of pre-wired it for it. All you literally have to do is copy and paste the WireGuard key. And then once you do that, it's pretty much set up through Gluetun. It's like a kill switch. It never lets you torrent without just being connected, and it's just always connected. You don't have to worry about it. So extremely powerful. That is actually kind of tricky to set up outside of SparkBox. So it's just one of the many automated features you could see. You can also see the various different applications starting up and kind of loading. So this is kind of what it looks like when SparkBox is starting up. But guys, if you want to see the AI feature, that is this thing I've been telling you about. As you can see right here, we have Ask Tom AI. Now, Tom AI is a part of the backer program, like I mentioned before, with several other benefits like this enhanced dashboard that has the cool widgets and cool media selection here. I don't have it open right now, but if you have media, it will show them here and you could click on them and stuff like that. So guys, what I'm going to do now is purposely break some things in SparkBox in the back end, and then I'm going to ask the TomSpark AI to fix it just to show you how cool this is. Okay, so we're basically going to say, my download's finished, but nothing shows up in my library. So let's go ahead and see what TomSpark agentic AI has to say. So it's going to be working on the SparkBox, and we'll just show you in real time kind of how long it takes, what that looks like. So here we go. There we go. So the wiring is completely missing. There's no root folder, no indexers. So it tells you how to fix it. And pretty much from here, you just do that and that. I can run fixed media permissions, which runs the bootstrap. It'll re-register the root. And so yeah, want me to do that now? Say yes, fix it for me. Let's see. And then so we're just going to run this little thing right here. So guys, as you can see in the bottom right, now it says everything's healthy. Radarr, Sonarr, and Prowlarr all coming back clean. What the bootstrap fix? We fixed the root folders, we re-registered them, the API configurations were rewritten and relinked, and we still have to do a couple of these things manually. So this is pretty much the first I've ever seen of an agentic AI tool being able to configure and fix your R stack, and I think that is pretty dope. Let me know what you guys think of this feature. But if you guys are still not sold on SparkBox as a cool place, despite the fact that it's free and anyone can try it immediately, well, just look how easy it is to install RStack. All you do is click Media tab, scroll down, and you can see the entire media center is already running. It automatically sets up everything for you, and honestly, you don't even really need the agentic AI if you've been around this kind of stuff. It just is so easy to set up, and a lot of the work is done for you. All this agentic AI does is if you have any issues or anything like that, then it's just a cherry on top for backing the project. You get this cool dashboard with all this customization and more. So thanks for the support, guys, and I'll see you again very soon.